All right, as you can see, I am still at the hotel. I've got a cup of coffee, first things first. And I'm sitting here with somebody very important that I want to share with you today. I'm sitting here with Leigh Leach. She spent 20 years in Chick-fil-A in business consulting operations. And here's the thing, success leaves clues. And I think right now you might be on the front end of your journey thinking, hey, what do I do next? What decisions do I make? What does life have to teach me? And so as we were walking up to the hotel yesterday, I said, tomorrow, I would love for you to share advice you would give to your 20-year-old self. Are you wondering what it is? Yeah, me too. Here it is.
I feel like I could have come up with about 100 things that I learned over the last, 20, 30, 40 years. Specifically, the last 20 years that I spent at Chick-fil-A. So I've narrowed it down to 3 things that I feel like I would want to know going into the work that I did with Chick-fil-A. The first one is, and I don't know who said this, but it's people won't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And here's why I say this. I felt like when I joined Chick-fil-A, I came in with 20 years of business experience, but I felt like I had to have all the answers. I felt like I had to show strength and that Chick-fil-A would be glad that they hired me. What I didn't realize was that wasn't the right thing to do at all. I got some really good feedback from operators after my first year of consulting that really helped me understand that they didn't need me to have all the answers. But when I finally figured out that, like, putting the people I was serving, which were the operators first, and not me, that was the key to success. So that was number 1. Number 2, I learned this from Tim Tasopoulos, who was the president of Chick-fil-A, and here's the thought. Make time to think about your thinking. So often I would just get wrapped up in the busyness of the work, kind of be on the hamster wheel. And when I finally understood that it benefited me greatly to just take time to step back and think about what I was doing. So what am I doing? How am I spending my time? What are the priorities, etc.? It made me more successful. It made me more productive. I was working on the right things. And sometimes the right things that I was working on was me and my development. And even me just taking a step back and getting some rest, getting off the road, maybe taking a vacation, etc. So that was number 2. And then number 3, kind of relating to that, is too much work and not enough play spells trouble. And for me, the trouble was spelled in relationships and burnout. So the good news was I loved what I did with Chick-fil-A. I felt like I was in my zone. I was playing on my passions and my strengths, and I felt so good. I loved going to work. I loved who I worked with. I loved who I worked for. I loved what I got to do. But I was doing too much of it. I was working nights. I was working weekends. And thankfully, my husband had a conversation with me and said, what are you doing? And it kind of woke me up a little bit to the fact that I wasn't doing myself any good. I was damaging relationships. And honestly, I was burning myself out. Those are my 3 big learnings that I have to share, and I hope it's helpful.
All right, did you take some notes? Yes, I took some notes too. Those are 3 valuable lessons that you can go put into practice today. So wherever you're at on your journey, take those insights and go turn the invisible into the visible. I'll see you tomorrow.